Make it count. Enhance your high school experience by discovering and pursuing your passion. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 RUSD Career Technical Education Showcase Manufacturing and Product Development Industry Sector Panel Discussion. I'm Melissa Dvorak-Fralin and I teach in the graphic design and print production sector at Martin Luther King High School. Today I'm joined by arts, media, and entertainment teacher also from Martin Luther King High School, Jordan Smith, and our graphic design and print production students, Dylan Kells, Elizabeth Park, Marina Smalley, and Shelby Bochter. Today, our students will share their experiences in CTE and how they have pivoted their career engagement, academics, technical mastery, and professional skills this school year. Jordan and I are going to start by asking some questions. So Elizabeth, what kind of academic knowledge have you gained this year from your program? How has that knowledge connected to the career content that you've learned?
If we're really talking about academic knowledge like math or language arts, being involved in design for print has helped with my grammar and spelling and reading, and all that comes with language arts. Caption writing is a big part of what we learn, and it's important that we have the correct information and present them in the most accurate and pleasant way possible. And so the grammar, spelling, and reading and all that can become tedious at times, but it's definitely helped to focus on the small things and make sure we have the correct information, which is, of course, important in all aspects of any career.
Yeah, so focusing on small things, that attention to detail, right? It's like key to creating that accuracy. All right, Dylan, explain some of the hands-on technical mastery and know-how you've engaged with in your CTE program.
In the program, I had to learn a lot of like these digital programs, whether it be like lighting programs for technical theater or mostly Adobe products for my design classes, and Google Drive and things like that because of the newsletter for my graphic design class. A lot of that in learning how to share those with people and connect things digitally, and I would say that covers most of my hands-on technical experience.
True, this year at least. I know last year you started, before COVID, you started learning the printer and like doing some more like production stuff, but this year we had to go a different route.
Yeah.
Shelby, what are some non-tangible or professional skills you have learned or developed alongside the technical and academic content?
So for design for print, I would definitely say something along the lines of customer service, since we are dealing with like interviews and bringing people in to like have those interviews. Since we are producing a product like the yearbook that then goes on to those students, but not only just the book, we also kind of specialize in photography and also knowing what programs, like how to use them, specifically Adobe. So I feel like that is something that if you're going into either photography or like computer programming or anything like that, that's definitely like a valuable asset.
Very well. And then Marina, what are the most important skills you have to offer potential employers looking to hire someone like you in the near future?
Well, you would use communication because you would have to be able to talk to your what's the word? I guess your staff or fellow colleagues into getting certain projects or work done. You also need leadership to be able to step up and help out everybody who is in need.
Very cool. You said communication, which I'm going to Shelby in a little bit. We were talking off camera about something that you were trying to reach out to. Do you want to explain a little bit of that, Shelby?
So I was offered an internship through the photography company that works with the school, Cherish Memories. I was asked to send in a resume, and I sent in a portfolio just so they could see my work as well as my resume. And then we scheduled a online meeting or interview, and that's a little bit of what we did then. I was asked a bunch of questions, and then I got the internship and I sent out my availability, and now I'm just waiting on a response from that. But through Design for Print, it opens up all kinds of opportunities like that. And I'm really grateful to have had that opportunity, and I can't wait to get started with it.
All right. Elizabeth, how has your experience in this program changed the way you think about the variety of career possibilities in graphic design and print production?
I think, like Shelby said, it opens up a lot of opportunities and possibilities. Yeah, it's definitely opened up a lot of other possibilities and careers I've never even heard of before, or I was never really familiar with, like graphic designers or video editors, just jobs like that. And it's nice to know that I can put the skills I've learned from this program to use if I were to be interested in any of that area in the future.
Definitely. I mean, you were just teaching your skills to someone else like last time I saw you. So that was great. Dylan, how has the CTE program prepared you to stand apart from your peers?
The CTE program has shown me to actually like put my ideas into fruition by actually like physically digitally creating things and then printing them out, and the different mediums I could do so, as well as the different ways I can communicate through people through like typography and visually. And just like the technical know-how in general. Like, I know how a microphone works now. I didn't know that before, and that's something I could help people do with whatever situations I find myself in. So that's definitely the skills I've learned in CTE.
Marina, I just happen to have your brother in my own pathway, and so you've probably been able to hear some of the things that have crossed between the two, or at least being the older sister, being able to see some of that. But from that, what is probably your most memorable or exciting experiences that you have with working in this program?
Well, as a freshman, I submitted a photo into one of the Cal Baptist University showcases. And through there, I used one of my pictures from one of the football games of these two cheerleaders sitting in their box during halftime. And from that, I was rewarded a certificate from them to show recognition of my work.
That's cool. And then how many years have you been in the design one?
Well, if you count my middle school years, it would be 5 now. 6 would be my senior year.
So you've been in this a while, and you've seen a lot of changes, and you've seen stuff that's gone through. You've had 2 different professors or 2 different teachers on this one too, and not necessarily asking you to compare or contrast the two, because we already know that Miss Fralin is way better than Mr. Mugg. But you know what I mean. What have you seen, or how have you grown over those 6 years?
Well, it's really different because going from middle school, all we had was little like rectangle Canon cameras, to now we have a bunch of different equipment, like as the I guess different lens sizes and all the lighting and stuff we use for other pictures.
Very cool. Was there anybody else that wanted to add into that with their experience?
Definitely this year, because of the pandemic, we have had to adapt, especially as far as communication, since our class was basically split in 2. So that's one big thing that we've had to work through, and a lot with cameras, a lot of like learning how to use them, and progressively just getting better. And so as you're getting better, your photo quality is getting better, and then now that page is getting better, and then it just makes the book better in the long run.
And it also gives some opportunities, right? That's exciting.
Cool. And just real quick question for all of you. You guys are all seniors, juniors. Where do you guys land as far as?
I'm a junior.
I'm also a junior.
Junior.
Oh my
You
gosh,
got all
you
juniors. Picked as well. Shelby, what are your plans after high school?
So since I have that internship going, when I was talking to Mr. Norkin, I think is how you pronounce it, he did kind of offer me a position later where I would be actually working for them as a photographer. So I'm hoping to pursue photography as a career in my future, whether that be with a company or solo. I haven't made my mind up as far as that yet, but it's just something I enjoy doing and something I've had a lot of thought about this year as well. So that's pretty much what I plan to do. If I end up going to college, it probably would be in business, just kind of to get me going as my own business, but that's pretty much it.
Very cool. Have you looked at possibly even marketing or communications as far as that?
Yeah, yeah.
I know we've got a couple of years on that one, so you know it's still something to pursue.
Mhm.
What about the other three of you? Have you guys thought about what you guys want to do, or?
Yeah, I'm going kind of in a different path than Shelby. I plan to attend a 4-year college, probably like a UC or a college in-state, and I'm going to be majoring in linguistics to become a pediatric speech pathologist. So yeah.
My current plan is to, after high school, kind of get my name out there through building up like social media platforms and stuff like that, like doing commissions, making videos or whatever, just getting my name out there in the ecosystem, if you will. And then I'll work on my own personal projects, and then eventually I'll work on like bigger projects, potentially with other groups from like employers or stuff like that. As for college, not quite sure on that yet, but I'd probably attend like a art or graphic design oriented specific college.
I haven't quite decided yet what I was going to do, but I was probably going to start going to Riverside Community College and do my general ed classes. But then I just have a bunch of other careers I've been trying to pick out of.
That's cool. That's awesome. So you guys each kind of sound like you have your own path that you want to explore, and hopefully this pathway has kind of built some of that for you, or at least given you some ideas on stuff of that. So, Ms. Fralin, do you want to take us out of here?
Sure. So this concludes the 2021 RUSD CTE Showcase Industry Sector Panel discussion. I want to thank the student panel and my colleague Jordan for their valuable input today. I'd also like to thank our industry partners watching this video for supporting RUSD CTE students. RUSD Career Technical Education, where students are career ready, period.